Hi guys, this is video number 7 on financial planning to buy a car. Okay, so I still need you to get your student workbooklets ready and also the spreadsheet. Okay, I give you. Okay, so in this video we are going to do the mathematical model. That's the third part of the assignment. Okay, so in that part, we will separate into 2 videos. In this video, we are only to do calculation of income. All right. So how to do this part? So let's do it together. All right. Okay. So let's move down the bullets. Right, so you see that's mathematical model. So we have a little bit templates for you. All right, so instead of using that template, may I ask you to just delete all those tables? We don't need to use them. All right. Okay, so until here, total earning potential. All right, we just stop here. Okay, then under the mathematical model, all you need to do, let's do that again. Sorry about this. Okay, please delete from award selector. So just under that's calculating income, and you could delete all this until the total earning potential. All right, so we leave some space here. All right, so so under the calculating income, could you please write first year? All right. Okay, so let's see how could we get the data from first year. Okay, what I want you to do is go to the spreadsheet. So you see that's the spreadsheet on first year. All right, then you see the current saving, expenses. All right. All right, so what I want you to do is to do a screenshot. All right, so that's called print screen in your laptop or your computer. There's a button called print screen. Could you find it? All right, so after you find the button, you just press it, then your screen is now saved. Okay, then you open a software. So I'm using D2 printer. You might use Eddie with Paint 3D. So any painting software will be all right. So then you just copy it. All right, then you see. All right, so that's the screen from your spreadsheet, and you just cut that part of the spreadsheet until total one-off expenses. All right. Okay, so let's go back to calculating income. Go back to our work file, and I want you to copy and paste it. Okay, you just press Ctrl V, and you will paste it onto your Word file. All right, so you see that there are saving and also the expenses. All right, so you might just leave the things like that because I think that's quite clear what they are. But if you want to have a better mark, you might write some remarks for those definitions. Okay, so for example, one of the remarks you could make is like, all right, so one of the remarks we could make, all right, so let's have some bulletin point. Okay, it's like, okay, how could you get that other income? You say other income is from my grandparent each year. All right, so that's one of your other income, so you just give it a remark. Otherwise people don't know how could you get that other income, right? So, and I guess most of the other things they're well defined. Okay, and you might want to say how can you calculate the total income, and you might just give the definition. Total income equals, okay, equals income from parents plus income from work plus other income, sorry, plus other income. Okay, just input that. That would be, I think that's good enough. Right, then you move down to go back to that spreadsheet again. Right, so we try to copy and paste the rest of it. All right. Okay, so you see the things run here. Okay, sometimes you might need to zoom smaller a little bit. Okay, so, and yes, so I think that's quite good. So we have total expenses, and you have saving, extra saving per month. All right, then you just need to print the screen again, and you go back to Little Printer. All right, then you paste that page onto it, and you copy it. So do that again. Okay. So you need to check whether that's the screen you save from the banking software is the same as the one you got in your for your numbers, right? They must be consistent. All right. Okay, so you go back here, and you just got it right here. Okay, so you need to make sure one thing. Okay, after you copy and paste this screen, you need to make sure the number here is the same as the number there. Okay, otherwise something wrong. Okay, you need to make sure you are using the correct template for that. Okay, for that online calculator, right? Okay, for this one, okay, you might have some remarks as well. Yeah. So the remarks are, right? Okay, first you might say, okay, so how about the total expenses, which is equal to total regular expenses plus total one-off expenses. All right, and okay, so how about extra saving this year? Okay, extra saving equals income minus total expenses. Right, and the last one, how can we get total extra saving per month? Okay, which is, okay, so extra saving, okay, divided by 12 because there are 12 months. Okay, so all these are remarks for your information. Okay, so that's pretty much the first year, right? Okay, finish. And okay, so we go to second year. Okay, second year. Okay, then you need to do the same thing for the second year and the third year, right? So we go to second year. All right, so here's the screen for the second year. So again, so I'm going to do the screen save. All right, but this time seems pretty much the same, so you don't need to redefine those things, but you might need to justify some modifications. All right, okay, so all right, I might just save this one. Okay, and go to the Little Printer. Okay, copy this part. Okay, then I want you to make some remarks for the change. Okay. Okay. For example, in this case, you might say, because you see there are two different working places, right? Okay. So you might say, I'm planning to have extra work hours in McDonald's. All right, so coming to second year. All right, and how about other things, other stuff? Okay, so you see that more expenses. Okay, I might need to buy okay, so if that's your plan. Okay, and so these are some of the changes you need to address. All right, so otherwise you don't need to make other comments or remarks. Okay, right, so then there will be the income and expenses part. All right, so let's see the saving. Okay, so okay, second year. So you see the number here, this screen save must be consistent with the number you present. So the number is 9577. Okay, so and you see that so this number is 9577, and also in the end you should have for example the monthly contribution. That means the extra saving per month is $343, right? So you see here is 344. So that's all good. So the number in this screen must be consistent with that. If in your spreadsheet it's not the case, then you have to change it. I will show you how to change it. Okay, so all you need to do is to copy that link. All right, so you go to a browser. All right, so you enter it. Okay. Oh, what happens? Okay, so should be this one. Yeah. Okay, so you will see the calculator there. Then you re-enter all the values. So we did that before, so you know what happens. All right. So I will try to do it again in case you forgot. All right. So in this case, okay, so in this case, it's just initially you have $9577. Okay, $9577. Interest rate, we are using 1.25 interest rate. Okay, percent, and regular contribution this year is 343.67. So that's 343 after rounding off. 344, right? Okay, so and you get the sum. You see that? Okay, so you compare with the result here. Yeah, so that's correct. Okay, so what you're going to do is to do that again. So if you want to get this screen, you just use the same technique like I showed you before. You just print screen and you cut it in another place, right? Okay, so let's say if you have done it, all right, so and we have to sorry, I need to go back to spreadsheet. Okay, so let's go back to spreadsheet. So assuming this now is all correct, okay, so let's print screen of this one, and then you go to the little printer. Okay, then you can just okay. You just do that again. Okay. Oh, good. So this screen, the numbers are consistent, so they're good. Also, that's the second year. Okay. And okay, so then you need to do the third year. Okay, that's number 3. So that's third year. Oh, sorry. Third year. Okay. So what I'm going to do is to go to the third year. All right. And all right. So the numbers here. So again, just try to print screen this one. You go to the little printer. All right. And you just copy and paste the whole thing. All right. And okay, and you paste here, right? So you see. All right. And is there any remark you need to do for this part? Okay, so possibly not too much. So quite similar. One remark you could make is that you might get less income from your parents, or you work less hours because that might be your year 12, so you need more time to study. So one remark you might consider. So one remark is like less working hour will be expected. Okay, so that's it. And you see on one-off expenses, you are planning to buy a phone. Okay, you say I might need to buy a new phone every 3 years. Yeah, so that's the one-off expenses. Okay, and that's pretty much it. All right, so and then you go back to the spreadsheets. You still need to get that the numbers, right, and the saving part of it. Okay, so let's okay. All right, so just copy this one. Okay, so you see pretty much we've done all the copy and paste from your spreadsheet. Okay, so and you have one more question to answer. Okay, so what would be the total earning potential? So you only need to answer that number. So you go back to see the number. So what will be the total potential saving after 3 years? All right, so that's the number. So you need to report. Okay. Okay, so that's 18392. So okay, so that will be the number you need to carry forward for your later part of the assignment. But that's pretty much what you need to do for the income part. Okay, right? So and okay, so next we are going to do the cost of the car and the detail of the car loan, right? Okay, so see you next video.